Now let us take the help of the metronome. Let us set it at 110 and 4 claps. We are just going to do, let us say, 2 to 3 avartanas of Adi Talam. Takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi. Come again. Takka dimmi, 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 takka dim. Once again, takka dimmi, takka dim, takka dimmi, takka dim, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, takka dimmi, ta. So if you see this Adi Talam, you have 8 beats, and each of the 8 you are filling with 4 beats. So when you multiply 8 by 4, then you get 32. These 32 matras are the ones we are going to be working with. Now how are we going to work with this? Let us start with filling this 32 with just 2 matras, that is takka, 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 takka. So you can have 16 times 2, which gives you 32. And when you do the takka first time, second time what we are going to do is try to say only ta and give a pause after. So you are going to go ta, 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 ta. So takka is ta. You are pronouncing your pause. So that is the exercise now. Let us try it first. Let me do it first and then you can repeat it. Takka, 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 didide, ta, 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 didide, ta. We are doing didite as the last takka. Takka, 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 didite. Now we've done takka. Let's go to the next. Takkitta. So you have takkitta 3 and you can fill 32 with 10 threes and do 1 didite. Let's do it with the chollu first and then you will do it with the gap. How you are going to give the gap is you are going to go ta-ga, 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 didite, ta. So when you do ta-ga, see how it feels different from ta-ga, 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 ta-ga is takka. You're doing ta-ga, 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 ta-ga. So the idea of Tishram will be formed in your head rather than counting Tishram. So you can't do ta-ga-ga, 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 that's too much. When you do ta-ga, 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 you're giving the feeling of Tishram. Now let us try. Takkitta, 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 didite, taga, 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 didite, ta. Let's go. Takkitta, 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 takkitta. Taga, 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 didite, ta. Once again. Just the gaps. Taga, 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 didite, ta. So now let's go into takka dimmi. what we started with. Takka dimmi, takka dimmi. You're filling it with 4. But when you're saying it in pauses, if you do ta ga 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 ta ga ga ga, then you can get confused. So you're going to go ta a ta a ta a ta a. See, if you hear takita, you'll have ta ga ta ga ta ga, where there's continuation. But now when you do 4, it's ta a ta a ta a ta a. That's what we are going to try. But since we are having 32, you can fill it with 8 takadimis, but we are going to try to do 7 takadimis and tell te te didite at the end. Te te didite is 4 again. So we'll first do with the cholle and then with the pause. Takka dimmi, 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 te te didite ta a 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 te te didite ta. Ta a ta a ta a ta a ta ta a ta a te te didite ta. This is where the metronome helps us, because we won't get carried away by the sound of our cholle, but we are also understanding that there is a, there's a rhythm which doesn't stop for us. So we shouldn't make it such that we are going as per our wish, but we are going with the very, very, very same or the non-changing part of rhythm, right? So let's do the next one. Next is a little tricky. Now it is 5. So you have 32. So you can fill it with 6 5s. 6 into 5 is 30, and you have 1 didite. So when you say it in a cholle, it is takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta 6 times, and then didite. When you say it in the gaps, in the pauses, it will sound ta ga ga ta ga ga ta ga ga ta ga ga. What happens? Ta ga is the 2, ta ga is 3, but you will have to pronounce it as ta ga ga ta ga ga ta ga ga ta ga ga. Right? Let's try. Takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, didite ta ga ga ta ga ga ta ga ta ga ga ta ga didite ta. Let's go. Takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, takka, takkitta, didit, ta ga ta. Hear the metronome? Once again. It's important that you don't run. Ta ga ta ga ga ta ga ta ga. Ta ga ga ta ga ga didite ta. Now let's get into 6. So you have takkitta, 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 takkitta. So you have 6. You're going to do it 5 times and do a didite. And when you're doing it with the pauses, you're going to do ta ga aga, ta ga aga. When you did Tishram, you were doing ta ga ta ga ta ga. Now you have to make it a continuation and say ta ga aga, ta ga aga, and say didite. Let's try. Takkitta, 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 didite, taga, aga, taga, aga, taga, aga, taga, aga, taga, aga, didite, ta. Metronome. Taga, aga, taga, aga. Now it's Mishram. Mishram is takkitta, takka, dimmi, or you can change it and say takka, dimmi, takkitta. We're going to try both. First, let's try takkitta, takka, dimmi, where you're going to do taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, and you'll have te, te, di, te, because 7 into 4 is 28 and you will need 4 more to finish the 32. So we are going to first try the 3 and 4 and then continuously try the 4 and 3. Takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, te, te, di, te, taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, te, te, di, te, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, te, te, di, te, ta, aga, ta, aga, ta, aga, ta, aga, te, te, di, te, ta. Can you try the 3 and 4? Takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, te, te, di, te, taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, taga, a, te, te, di, te, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takkitta, te, te, di, te, taga, aga, ta, aga, ta, aga, ta, aga, te, te, di, te. It's important that you cut it when we do ta, aga, ta, aga. That is when we really start having an intuitive feeling for your talam. You're not counting, but you're going with the feel of how ta, a is different from ta, aga, ta, aga, right? So now let's do the 8. 8 is fairly simple. Let's mark it with takka, dimmi, takka, jonnu, so that you know that it's 8. Of course, you can do 4 times, but let's do takka, dimmi, takka, jonnu 3 times and say te, te, di, te, 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 di, te twice. And when you do the cholle, you'll go ta, like how you did your chaturashram, ta, is what we're going to try. Takka, dimmi, takka, jonno, takka, dimmi, takka, jonno, takka, dimmi, takka, jonno, te, te, di, te, 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 di, te, ta, 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 te, te, di, te, te, di, te, ta. And now let's go to the last one, which is 9. So you have 4 and 5. So you will go takka, dimmi, takka, takkitta is 9. And you have 32. You need to fill it with 3 9s, which forms 27. And then you have one te, 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 di, te, ta. Te, 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 di, te. Didite is equal to 2. So, te, 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 didite is 5. 27 plus 5 makes 32. And when you come to the pauses, you are going to go with 4 and 5, but with only one ta. Ta, ra, 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 ga, ta, ra, 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 ga, ta, ra, ra, ga, ta. And te, 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 didite, right? Only 3 times. Now, when you do this 9, you are not simply saying 4 and 5 together. You are not saying ta, it's ta, ta. What happens is when you have that kind of a flow with a particular kanaka, then you will never miss it because you know how 9 feels. It's not how you count to 9, but how 9 feels. Let's try now. Takka, dimmi, takka, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takka, takkitta, takka, dimmi, takka, takkitta, te, 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 ta, ra, 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 ta, ra, 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 ta, ra, 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 te, 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 ta. Ta, ra, 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 ta, ra, 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 ta, ra, 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 te, 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 ta. This sort of forms the fundamental idea of how pauses sound when it is said in your head. But this is only actually an intermediate step. The final step is where you don't pronounce the pauses. You are able to say ta, ga, ta, ga, ta, ga, ta, ga, as ta, 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 didite, ta. Eventually, that's where you want to get. But this pronouncing of pauses at the Jatiswaram level is a very, very important step in order to try the next one. So, enjoy practicing.